Guys, hello and welcome to the Library TV network. Today is April 29, 2025, and we are right here in Central Town trying to bring you all of the major happenings, breaking news with regards to what is happening in Monrovia and outside Monrovia. If you're following us from any part of the world, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm Princess Kedi. You can like, share, comment on our Facebook and YouTube channel. So there are a lot of things happening in and around Liberia, and this week basically have been centered or focused around the issue regarding the Capitol building, wherein lawmakers are currently having series of issues with regards to who is the legitimate speaker, who is not the legitimate speaker, who is actually living in compliance of the law, and who is not living in compliance of the law. So these things have been happening, and political Putin have been giving their own synopsis of regards to what is unfolding in the country. So many have said that, oh yes indeed, I'm the legitimate speaker, and there's other person saying no. But to let you know, yesterday, and not really yesterday, but this week or yesterday per se, CENTAR is the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia, came out with this press statement urging the governor of Liberia to uphold to the rule of law, telling them that yes indeed, you need to accept the result that may come from any angle, and with the fact that the Supreme Court have come up with this verdict stating that you should stating that there is a need you respect the Supreme Court law or ruling. So the Supreme Court have been clear to the government of Liberia that yes indeed there is a need, the support or the adhere to the ruling that came from the Supreme Court. So CENTAR came up with that statement because immediately Supreme Court came up with that ruling. The governor of the Republic of Liberia came up with the press release, a statement stating that yes indeed they accept the press release. We definitely work in compliance of the press release, in compliance of the law. But then after some while there was another statement coming up. So CENTAR came up with that statement that the rule of law should be the paramount most interest of the Liberian people. And also yesterday, we saw this summer sighting. People from the majority bloc going to the minority bloc, and people from the minority bloc going to the majority bloc. And from our indication, Honorable, the majority bloc speaker, Honorable Richard Cohn, I only need something around eight individuals now, 8 lawmakers, to actually fill it up in order for him to be the legitimate speaker, or in order for the in-battle speaker to be removed, or the legitimate speaker to be removed. So that have been actually talked about, and why the in-battle speaker or the legitimate speaker, who is Honorable Jofonati Kofa, only needs around 9 persons in order for him to actually be able to have quorum. But notwithstanding, nothing more, nothing less, with regards to this video, we make either of them to actually function in accord with the law. But then we are here awaiting to actually see as to how the verdict or the outcome of this whole situation going to be like, because many have said only Liberia we have, and Liberia is the only country that we all can actually work in line with. So guys, if you are following us, we are right here on the Kerry Street, wherein it is one of the most commercial housing area on the block. Yeah, so normally people call this place the block. It is the Kerry Street. So again, just to also let you know, there have been reports coming up saying that there have been a report coming from the University of Liberia president stating that yesterday a protest that was led by Sue, she was clear in this thing that due to the protest that went on yesterday, many of whom were actually in the protest, or who actually arranged the protest or took part in the protest that led to the disruption of classes, these guys going to be immediately and effectively suspended, not suspended, but expelled from the university. So many have raised serious concern with regards to that, stating that this has been the tradition of SOAP. Every government that comes, definitely SOAP is an anti to that government. Any statement that is said, SOAP definitely, go answer to that statement. And whosoever president that comes, definitely that president, he or she know the norms and downs of that particular school, and so they cannot take any high court action on them. And in fact, some of the guys currently who are working with the government of Liberia, these were individuals that were also part of SOAP by then. So these are statements coming from people, and people are saying that it seems that the University of Liberia president is actually serious. They want to see if students will be expelled or not. But the guys from the SOAP angle are stating that no matter of voice or no matter what might be said to them, definitely they won't be afraid. In fact, they won't dress back. In fact, this is actually something that is giving them more ground in order for them to stand on the ground, to advocate, to say things, and to say many things as well. So this statement was coming from the Student Unification Party. But now wait and see if the newly appointed president gonna actually handle the situation or the case involving SOAP, because yesterday wasn't actually easy. There was a tense rigmarole. There was a tense stuff that actually went on. What's the priority? So yesterday there was this tense protest that actually went on, which led to many of the citizens actually leaving, the campus of the University of Liberia, and also that led to huge congestion of traffic in town. Car wasn't moving and car wasn't actually flowing. What you could see yesterday on the floor of the street was dozens of rocks actually being placed on the floor. People were like saying, the students are always on the wrong page. Why is it that students are always on the wrong page? Is it that the students are not actually wishing or willing to support the government? But these were statements coming from people as well. And again, DJ Blue has finally officially said that yes, indeed, he's going to support the rule of law. And how is he going to support the rule of law? He's going to honor the speakership of Speaker J. Fonatikopa, who has been pronounced by the Supreme Court as the legitimate speaker. Nothing more, nothing left, nothing with making to go sit honor someone who is not legitimate. So this was coming from Honorable Bernard, who is normally called DJ Blue, District number 17, Lawmaker. So guys, again, if you are following us from any part of the world, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We are right here at the intersection of Kerry and Brandon Street. This is how Monrovia look like. We are staying in April, and April gonna end tomorrow. So April has been a very tough month in Liberia, and April is always considered as one of the tough months, and especially during the course of dark days, April was one of the months that no one actually wishes for them to see. You have April 6, you have April 14, and so many things happen, right? Including the arrest riot. But then it is what it is. Guys are like saying, oh yes, indeed, we don't want to go back to the dark days and so many things. But on the other hand, to let you know, the opposition political parties are currently planning a nationwide protest in the country. And with regards to that nationwide protest, there have been a serious security presence in and around most rural counties to be perceived. But then the chief architecture of the country have said all citizens should go by their normal basis. No one should be afraid. Be relaxed. Do anything that you want to do. No amount of tension or no amount of stress should actually make you to go, astray. So these are things coming from individuals. These are things coming from the President of the Republic of Liberia. So from our indication, it means that the security activities in Liberia is intact, and people will definitely go about doing their normal routine and a lot of stuff. So very soon we'll be dropping the forecast And we just got on Randolph Street, and this is how the view of Randolph Street looks like at this hour. Again, we want to say thank you for following this platform. Goodbye. I'm Francis K. Dikopo.